Do you think they even bother contacting Alan Moore now, when they make something based off his works? I mean, they know they're just gonna get the same answer. Oh, hello Mr. Moore, we're just letting you know that we're making a TV show based off the Watchmen novel that you fuck off. So HBO is picking up the Watchmen IP, and to be honest, HBO seems like the perfect fit, as they're not afraid of exploring a lot of areas that other networks won't. So it will be interesting to see what they bring to the table, as the only other live action version of Watchmen was given to us by Zack Snyder. So with all that being said, we've searched far and wide on Google to find 10 facts about this new show. So if you had questions like, what the actual hell is the show about? What familiar characters might be making an appearance in the show? And is Dr. Manhattan really not wearing any pants because he just doesn't relate to the whole pants concept thing anymore? Or is it really because he's just so proud of that big swinging blue man group and wants to show it off every chance he gets? Anyway, we got the answers for you. Number 1. So this new Watchmen adaptation is actually not a direct adaptation of the original novel, but instead is a continuation of that story taking place in a post-Watchmen world. Based off the teaser trailer that was released, we see some callbacks to the novel, such as the Rorschach mask now being worn by several people in a cult-like group, and we also see Jeremy Irons in meditation as Ozymandias, who, spoiler alert, turned out to be a reluctant villain in the original story, so we might be seeing how his character has dealt with the guilt of what he's done, or if he feels any guilt at all, and how he sees this new world he's helped create. Number 2. This is actually the second attempt at a Watchmen TV series. Back in the early 90s, Terry Gilliam attempted an adaptation but could only conceive the story being so epic at the time that it could only be accomplished on television rather than in film. Gilliam's vision went into pre-production with HBO and cast Robin Williams as Rorschach, Jamie Lee Curtis as Silk Spectre, Gary Busey as the comedian, and Kevin Costner as Night Owl. The project ultimately failed after HBO failed to provide a large enough budget for Gilliam's vision. Ooh, it's number 3. The show is being created and run by Damon Lindelof. If you're not familiar with him, then you might be familiar with his past works. He's been the writer on such projects as Prometheus, which definitely was not controversial with fans, Star Trek Into Darkness, which definitely was not controversial with fans, and the TV show Lost, which definitely was not controversial with fans. Oh boy. But he has also worked on HBO's The Leftovers, which I hear is a pretty fine show, so, you know, swings and roundabouts I guess. It's number 4. Of course, this isn't the only adaptation of Alan Moore's original creation. Watchmen has dipped its toes in the video game world, had an entire prequel series published by DC in 2012 in the form of the Before Watchmen books, had a comic book sequel series by DC named Doomsday Clock, and of course, how can we forget about the 2009 Zack Snyder movie. And now we have this new TV show, which is airing this year in 2019, 10 years after the release of the Watchmen film. I got 5 on it. Oh, copyright strike. So a teaser trailer has been released for this series, but this isn't the only teaser that has been put out, because those people working on this just cannot help themselves. Some of the teasers they've given us include a shot of a redesigned United States flag, suggesting that this is a new and changed world from the one that we know. It's number 6. Another tease might suggest the return of the man with everybody's favourite swinging blue man group, Dr. Manhattan, with this shot and the line under, which reads, "Reach out and touch Mars." Mars, of course, is the planet that Dr. Manhattan retreated to for a while to escape humanity and the government. Number 7, baby. Number 7. This show is sporting an impressive cast, which includes Regina King, Don Johnson, Tim Blake Nelson, and of course Jeremy Irons. You wanna know a secret? It's number 8. In the trailer, as mentioned before, we see several people wearing the Rorschach mask. Seeing as this is taking place after the events of Watchmen, it's safe to assume that Rorschach's journal, which was last seen sat on a pile of rejected submissions to a newspaper company, was discovered, and the truth about what Ozymandias had done and the lie that was covered up has now been learned. Upon learning of this information, understandably, people will have been pissed and might have seen Rorschach as some sort of martyr and or hero for dying for the truth. Or I could just be talking out my arse, which is very possible. Good heavens, number 9. HBO's Watchmen will feature all new Vigilantes, including Angela Abraham, who appears to be working on the side of the law judging by her badge in the trailer, and Lookingglass, who we are told is a police interrogator and has actually been described as maybe being a psychopath. What a lovely bloke. I say, old chap, it's number 10. In the teaser, we see Jeremy Irons riding a horse past a very pirate-looking flag. This may be a nod to the comic book within the story of Watchmen called Tales of the Black Freighter. Well, there you go, 10 facts about HBO's Watchmen. So what do you think? Are we excited for this show? What sort of things would you like to see in this show? Let me know down below. And if you like this video and you want to help us grow, then please do consider subscribing, liking the video, or even sharing it. Any and all of those things really do help us out a lot. But thanks for watching.